Hello everyone, my name is Susan Dominguez and today I'll be presenting on climate change and its impacts on coral reefs. This is my presentation, Reefs in Hot Water, um, the impact of climate change on coral reefs. On this slide you'll see a comparison. This video right here shows healthy, colorful coral, and this picture here shows a bleached, dying reef. These visuals represent the dramatic changes happening beneath the ocean surface. In today's presentation, I will be doing an in-depth exploration of these changes. Okay. Fishies. So, what is climate change? Climate change refers to long-term changes in temperature, weather patterns, and ecosystems, primarily caused by human activity. It was first studied in the 19th century when scientists realized gases like carbon dioxide trapped heat in our atmosphere. As climate change worsens, we'll face more severe weather, food insecurity, ecosystem collapse, and rising sea levels. These impacts are already happening, and coral reefs are showing the signs. So, causes of climate change. Climate change is driven by the buildup of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide. These gases trap heat, warming the planet. The main source is human activities, burning fossil fuels for electricity. Cars and factories are some of the examples of human activities. Deforestation also contributes by removing trees that absorb carbon dioxide. Since the Industrial Revolution, greenhouse gas levels have risen dramatically, leading to the warming we see today. So, climate change's impact on the ocean. The ocean plays a key role in regulating the Earth's climate. It absorbs heat and carbon dioxide and supports nearly all marine life. But as global temperatures rise, ocean temperatures increase, stressing marine life. Carbon dioxide dissolves into the ocean, making it more, acidic. Melting ice causes sea levels to rise. These changes create a hostile environment for marine ecosystems, especially coral reefs. So climate change's impact on marine life. There are two major ways marine life is being affected. First, the disruption of biodiversity. As waters warm, species are forced to move to cooler areas, but not all species can migrate and food webs are thrown out of balance. Predators may lose their prey and coral habitats are destroyed. The second one is deoxygenation. It occurs warm water or holds less oxygen, leading to what we call dead zones where life cannot survive. Fish and invertebrates and coral all suffer. These stressors can lead to mass die-offs and permanent ecological damage. Okay. So, what are coral reefs? Coral reefs are built by tiny mammals called coral polyps, which secrete calcium carbonate to form hard structures. They live in warm, shallow tropical oceans where sunlight and clear water allow them to thrive. Reefs support over 25% of marine species, despite covering less than 1% of the ocean's floor. They are often called the rainforest of the sea. Coral reefs also protect coastlines from storms and support local economies through fishing and tourism. Next slide. So, how climate change threatens coral reefs. Coral reefs are incredibly sensitive to environmental changes. When ocean temperatures rise too much, corals expel the algae that live inside them. This is called bleaching. These algae are their main food source. Acidification, oops, sorry, I lost my script. Sorry, okay. So acidification makes it harder for corals to build their skeletons. Without healthy reefs, the ecosystems around them collapse. Coral loss means losing food, habitat, and coastal protections for millions of people worldwide, and for marine life. Sorry. So we'll go on to the next slide. Oh, this is zoo and tile. The top picture right there. I'm not sure if I talked about that. Sorry. Okay, so ocean acidification. When carbon dioxide dissolves in seawater, it forms carbonic acid, lowering the ocean's pH. This is called ocean acidification. Acidification also harms clams, oysters, and any marine life that relies on calcium carbonate. Weaker coral structures mean they're more likely to break and collapse, and species that depend on coral for shelter or food are also at risk. Right here I have a picture of ocean acidification. Okay. So coral bleaching. Coral bleaching happens when water is too warm for too long. Corals become stressed and expel the algae called zooxanthellae. Sorry if I say that wrong. That was in the picture I showed you last time, where it's the little dots. I think it was on slide 7. That live inside them. Okay, so without algae, corals turn white and begin to starve. The most severe example of this was the 2016 Great Barrier Reef bleaching, where more than half of the reefs experienced mass bleaching. Some coral can recover, but only as stress levels drop. Repeated bleaching events weaken the reef and increase mortality over time. So, in conclusion, why coral reefs matter. Coral reefs are dying, and climate change is mostly the main reason, or the main reason. These changes affect not only coral, but also fish, marine animals, marine life, and people. If we lose coral reefs, we risk collapsing entire ocean ecosystems and damaging food chains, protection systems, and the world in general. But it's not too late. We can reduce carbon emissions, protect marine areas, support reef restoration, and educate others. The actions we take today can help save coral reef for future generations. Thank you for listening. That was my presentation.